Welcome back. So I'll be reading a segment of a speech done by Frances Ellen Watkins Harper, who was a leading poet, lecturer, and civil rights activist. And speech was done in May 1866, and it was at the 11th National Women's Rights Convention in New York. We're all bound up together in one great bundle of humanity, and society cannot trample on the weakest and feeblest of its members without receiving the curse in its own soul. You try that in the case of the Negro. You pressed him down for 2 centuries, and in doing so, you crippled the moral strength and paralyzed the spiritual energies of the white man in the country. When the hands of the black were fettered, white men were deprived of the liberty of speech and the freedom of the press. Just like 2025, society cannot afford to neglect the enlightenment of any class of its members. At the South, the legislation of the country was in behalf of the rich slaveholders. Today, it's on behalf of the oligarchy, while the poor man was neglected. What is the consequence today? From the very class of neglected poor white men comes the man who stands today with his hands upon the helm of the nation. He fails to catch the watchword of the hour and throws himself, the incarnation of meanness, across the pathway of the nation. We have another mean president. My objection to Andrew Johnson is not that he has been a poor white man. My objection is that he keeps poor whites all the way through. It doesn't improve their condition. The crowd applauds. That is the trouble with him. This grand and glorious revolution which has commenced will fail to reach its climax of success until throughout the length and breadth of the American Republic, the nation shall be colorblind, as to know no man by the color of his skin or the curl of his hair. It will then have no privileged class trampling upon, outraging the unprivileged classes, but will be then one great privileged nation, whose privilege will be to produce the loftiest manhood and womanhood that humanity can attain. Oh, she spoke on that one. Tell me what you think. Thanks so much for listening.